So early yesterday morning, a Manhattan woman died after falling 17 stories from her own balcony. That accident is still under investigation.
Yeah, the tragic story really has left many people questioning just how safe balconies are. So here with mindful advice on balcony safety is John Fiore from Olympian Home Services. John, thanks, of course, for being with us on this Friday morning.
You're welcome.
What was your initial reaction when you first heard about this story?
Well, my initial reaction was that a lot of places are purchased nowadays without any deck or porch inspection prior to being bought.
Or rented.
I believe in New York City, only every 5 years the facade of the building has to be inspected and the porches and balconies have to be inspected.
I mean, how much can go wrong in a 5-year period?
Well, anything can go wrong between season and season. I mean, here in the East Coast, we have the thaw cycle, and water will get inside the cracks, inside the mortar, and what will happen is the mortar will actually expand and contract. And then over time,
I mean, I just think about like sidewalks and roadways and how all the cracks form there. The same thing obviously has happened on a building's facade or a balcony.
Absolutely. What you want to check for is debris. Make sure the gutters are clear. Make sure you don't see any water ponding. If you can look from underneath the decking. You can see if you see any signs of water. What happens is a membrane underneath that could be no longer good anymore, and what will happen is it'll allow the water in there and it'll allow the structure itself to actually become damaged.
And what about the metal railings? That you see a lot of metal railings too on a lot of the balconies.
The metal railings, once again, have to be maintained. Like anything else, they rust out over time. There is a special paint that could be used. The most important thing about the metal railings is you want to make sure that they're affixed correctly to the building itself and to the decking.
Is this really the renter's responsibility, or is it on the city or the building management to take a look at these things?
Well, most of the time when you actually purchase a condo or co-op, it should be in the building minutes what maintenance they're doing and what maintenance they will be doing to bring up the building to code. It should be, like I said, once again in the building minutes. If it's not, it should be implemented that every 1 or 2 years that it be inspected. But
you know what, John, everything I'm hearing from you, though, this sounds like you're telling me all the steps that I can take to do it. I think I'd want to bring in a professional, whether I'm renting or owning a unit with a balcony. I want a pro's eyes on it.
I agree 100%, but what we like to do, and it's also on our website, what you can do is just simple tips for you as a layman to be able to look at signs where you should actually bring somebody in. Like I said, rust, if it's not properly affixed to the building and to the decking. From underneath, if you see signs of water damage, if you see signs of water ponding, you never want to leave too many things. All good, simple tips just for the person. Hey, you know what, and every couple of years you want to have a professional
come
in
back and take a look again. John
at it.
Fiore from Olympian Home Services, thank you so much for being here this morning and giving us the vital information we need to be safe. And Olympian has put together additional safety tips for our PIX11 viewers. We're going to have that on our website in just a little bit.